Texans training camp day one. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. Let's talk about it, guys. Nothing else to get into but the Texans training camp review day one. Let's get into it. We got to see day one of Texans training camp not even open yet.
Breaking news!
And already the breaking news of Tytus Howard contract extension. You lock up the best tackle duo in the NFL, Laramie Tunsil, Tytus Howard. Yeah, I said it. Is that a hot take? Who knows? I don't think so. I think they're the best tackle duo in the NFL. Come at me. I don't care. Shaq Mason is a top 10 guard in the NFL. Overall, you got 3 of the top 10 players at their position on your offensive line. And now you have to worry about left guard and center. We're going to get into the left guard a little bit later. We start Texans training camp with John Metchie. John Metchie, as we know, is a full participant in Texans training camp. It was absolutely great to see. It was just fantastic. The attention that he got was necessary. It was awesome. And we got to see John Metchie not only stretch, not only run, but run routes, the crisp routes. We are not going to forget John Metchie. You cannot forget him. This man is going to be a really good ball player for the Houston Texans. I cannot wait to see more from him. There's a lot in store with him. Not so much on any other wide receiver besides Nico Collins, who had that 40-yard pass. You can check out the video on my YouTube channel. There's a short CJ Stroud threw that 40-yard pass to Nico Collins. Drop it in the bucket. Keep the arm up as you walk away. You know how you do. You basketball players, you know how we do, okay? You know how we do. You got to run it like that. CJ Stroud got it 40-yard bomb to Nico Collins. Overall, CJ Stroud was okay. You know, he ran with the ones to begin with. Got some reps taken away from him because he is still sharing that QB competition with Davis Mills. And Davis Mills was inconsistent, according to Cody Stutes and many others across the Texans training camp. He was inconsistent. He had some good plays, some short passes here and there that looked solid. And then he had some others where he just didn't look so hot. So, you know, inconsistencies of Davis Mills, I'm not worried about him. Because at the end of the day, this quarterback competition, to me, overall, it's going to be CJ Stroud. He's your day one quarterback. He is who's going to be your starter. Just, you know, you just got to stray the course right now. Is it frustrating? Yes. And I understand the Texans fans. I get it. It is frustrating. But at the end of the day, CJ Stroud will prevail. He's just a better quarterback, okay? So the only thing I have a thing against it is I wish I want him to get all the reps. Like, I want him to get all these reps. I need him to get more of it. The biggest thing on CJ Stroud was him and Juice Scruggs, and they just, you know, he had 2 slips, trips, whatever you want to call it, getting the feet tangled with the offensive lineman. That's not what you want to see, all right? And that is anything is going to upset a coach immediately. It's going to bug anybody. It bugs us at home when we see it happen, you know. So imagine an NFL coach, okay? So we did see CJ Stroud, as you see right now, with Juice Scruggs, working after practice, getting the ball under the center a little bit better, getting the ball out of shotgun a lot better. So hopefully we get to see a lot more smoother transitions between the two. Again, this is day one of training camp. Another big thing is, and I'm talking about it right now, is the offensive line. Kenyon Green, participant in training camp. A little bit slow. They're going to ease him into it. You know, he's still rehabbing the injury, but he was there, and he was running with the 2s today. So, again, that is where they're easing him slow. We'll see what else we got from him. I hope Kenyon Green can bounce back into, you know, turning around that horrible year he had last year into a very smooth and really good year this year. Juice Scruggs, another guy, wasn't there at center. Michael Dieter, one of the free agent pickups that you had, was playing at center. So, again, you know, we're going to see a lot of this in day one. The biggest one to me that was a little shocking was Will Anderson running with the 2s. And that right there was a little like, what are we doing? You know, I kind of don't like it. I mean, to put it plain and simple, Will Anderson at the end of the day is going to be your starter, though. This is day one. And, a rotation of him, Jerry Hughes, Jonathan Grenard, it don't sound bad, but I need most of these reps going to Will Anderson. The man's called the Terminator. He's getting nicknamed Area 51. As we know, apparently aliens are real. That is another thing going around Texans training camp. Here's your news of the day. So Will Anderson getting day two, getting guys working with the second team, is a little bit eye-opening for me. But day one, overall, the Houston Texans, they look solid. You got a lot of good things coming out of training camp. You got a lot of highlights coming out of training camp. Jonathan Joseph working with the secondary and Derek Stingley, absolutely great to see. So at the end of the day, the Houston Texans, I'm going to give it a score of a 6, a solid 7 at most for the Texans day one training camp. And the biggest thing, as always, no injuries. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.